There's a specific kind of silence I want to talk about. It's a Tuesday, nothing dramatic, and somewhere between pouring your coffee and reaching for your phone, a quiet thought lands. When did I last actually talk to God? Not a rushed, help me in traffic. I mean, really talk. So you do the math, and it's been months. And here's the strange part. It's not that it happened. It's that you can't point to the day you decided to stop. Because you didn't decide. Nobody decides. We tell ourselves a tidy story afterward. I got busy, I got lazy, I lost the discipline. But that story is almost never the real one. Here's what actually happens. You miss one morning. Just one. For most things in life, one miss is nothing. But for the things you care about most, something else quietly kicks in. Your mind reclassifies it. The streak isn't just paused, it's broken. And once a good thing becomes a broken thing, showing up again doesn't feel like returning. It feels like standing in the rubble of something you ruined. Psychologists call it the setback effect. One slip gets read as a rule you violated, and the whole effort starts to feel pointless. And it's easier to walk away from the goal than to keep feeling the ache of having failed at it. But it goes deeper than a broken streak. Because underneath is a sentence you'd never say out loud. I'm not just someone who missed prayer. I'm a bad Christian. That shift from I did a bad thing to I am the bad thing. That's shame. And shame does something remarkable to the body. It isn't just a feeling you can push through. It works like a brake. Your nervous system actually slows you down. Slumped shoulders, eyes that drop, that heavy numbness where the enthusiasm used to be. So the chair where you used to pray, the pew, the Bible sitting on the shelf, they stop being invitations. They become reminders. And your brain does the most natural thing in the world with a painful reminder. It avoids it. It looks away. It escapes. That's why you can't just start again. You're not lazy. You're hiding. And if hiding sounds familiar, it should. It's the oldest human instinct there is, literally. The first thing that happens after the first failure in Genesis isn't punishment. It's a costume. Adam and Eve stitch leaves together, and when they hear God walking in the garden, they don't run toward him. They step back into the trees. Notice what they didn't do. They didn't stop believing God existed. They knew exactly where he was. They just couldn't stand to be seen. Naked, exposed, found out. That's you, 3 months into the silence. Not an unbeliever, just someone standing in the bushes hoping not to be noticed. And here's the tender thing. Read it again. God comes looking anyway. Where are you? Not because he lost track of you, because you lost track of yourself. So let me offer you a shift. Not a plan, a different way of seeing it. The reason the silence grows is that shame can only survive in the dark. It's the one emotion that needs hiding to stay alive. The moment you're seen again, really seen, it starts to shrink. Which means the cure was never feel close to God first, then come back. That's backwards. That's the trap. You keep waiting to feel worthy enough, sincere enough, real enough to show up. And the waiting is the exact thing keeping you away. You've convinced yourself that praying while feeling distant would make you a hypocrite. It doesn't. Showing up before the feeling arrives isn't dishonesty, it's the whole skill. So you come back while still feeling like a fraud. You pray the awkward, hollow 60-second prayer before anything shifts inside you. Because the feeling was never the entrance fee. And this is where it turns genuinely hopeful. Those months of closeness you think you lost, they aren't gone. The pathways you built are still there, dormant, not deleted. You're not starting from zero. You're waking up something that was only ever sleeping. I think a lot of us picture God like a referee, arms crossed, watching the streak, shaking his head every time we break it. But maybe he's less like a judge and more like a coach who's seen 1,000 comebacks and lights up at the return far more than the record. You were never as far away as it felt. The door you thought you slammed was only leaned shut. So say the small prayer tonight, the clumsy one. You'll be surprised how much of the way home you already remember.